Nuit Blanche is a great opportunity. We really try to structure it so that there are many different ways that artists can come in at different points in their careers, whether they're emerging and relatively new artists and having that opportunity to kind of come through different parts of their career and exhibit with this type of wonderful venue is terrific. This year's theme is Right by the Waterfront in this wonderful exhibit that's happening here, but finding different ways for Torontonians to connect with their city through culture is fantastic. People need to be able to experience culture near where they live. It's been wonderful to see families tonight on bikes and coming out with their kids, partially because this exhibit is happening close to home.
What I love about Nuit Blanche and Humber Polytechnic's involvement is that it brings the campus to life. And for us, our campus is a canvas. And what this does is it really simulates life for our students and allows for collaboration with our alumni, our faculty, our staff, and the numerous projects they're involved in. So what happens tonight is really what an artist really dreams of, and that is showcasing your work to others. And the opportunity to do that and have so many people from the community around and people from the Humber community to celebrate the work that we do and also the footprint that we have in the arts community in Ontario, in Toronto, and even beyond that.
The variety of work is incredible. What I like the most is to hear the stories. Many of the artists are here, their live performances. We have artists that are doing work here, which is really an interesting way to see art happening and to expose art in a different way to the community. Making the art accessible and having the opportunity to speak with the artists here and hear the stories and understand what is behind every one of these pieces of art is really, really important. Humber is becoming a really important player in arts and culture.
And I think of all this sky has seen, all the passing little lights, ends and beginnings. So la mi re do si do si la si la do so la so mi so la mi re do re do si do si la si la so la so.
So this you've seen Bridging Distance really brought together a nice collection of artists and different interpretations of the theme. Everything from sort of the distance of time, distance of space, distance of cultures. This is Echo Chamber, which is a sound reactive or projection work. It is a sort of particle generator that reacts to sound and changes with different pitch, different volume, speed, and just reacts to the different sounds that people make, their voices or their claps. We've seen babies sort of clawing at it, making sound. We've seen people speaking all sorts of different languages and just having a lot of fun with it.
So my artwork here, Linescapes, is about interconnectivity between all things in the universe. So when people look at my artwork, I want them to really just take some time for some self-reflection and to think about where their place is in the world and even in their communities, in their neighborhoods, and their family structures at work, and what kind of impacts they make in those different communities. I said earlier tonight that I've always been an aspiring artist, So I actually got into the fellowship, and after that experience in the Nuit Blanche Fellowship, I actually was able to secure 4 different exhibits throughout this year. So that made a huge difference in my career, and it feels just so awesome to be welcomed back to Humber for Nuit Blanche as a solo artist.
When we first started the art installation, it started with the idea of magic carpets, which can be seen within. And we tried to find something that connected us all, some type of imagery or symbolism, and we found that within different cultures there was a flower pattern that could be seen within tablecloths, within house rags, within scarves, even different stuff that like women wore, and we decided to go with a floral pattern for our base.
We were thinking about nostalgia and the fact that we're all looking back on fond memories of these patterns, so we kind of wanted to create a space where we kind of made those things alive and branched off those ideas into others, and those ideas turned into installations themselves.
We have a very immersive experience altogether because we tried to cover a lot of ground, and like when you come into the gallery, the ceiling is covered, which feels very like almost like cave-like, and then the walls have a lot of painting on them and the mural patterns that flow really nicely with the carpets that are hanging. And then we have the beautiful shadow boxes, which are really stunning, and they capture almost like little fragments of memories.
I want the viewer to experience this with a sense of childlike wonder and curiosity. So I tried to emulate that feeling in the audio that I made for the gallery with the Pepper's Ghost illusions, kind of making you feel that sense of like when you were a kid and you didn't understand how something worked and you just wanted to know more about it.
I painted them almost one at a time, and yeah, like each piece tells its own story. Friends, family, connection between people. Every little detail on each one of those paintings means something, whether it's the boots, the pancakes, the brushes, everything ties to who that person is on the canvas, all the names, genuinely everything, lists of songs and the numbers, birthdays, anniversaries. I want people to reflect about themselves and their relationships and everything in between that.
What you're seeing here is an example of what Humber Polytechnic can do and who we are. And we are a place where students get to come, they get to engage in their craft, they get to practice, they get to be among other professionals, and they get opportunities to showcase who they are. The art is so meaningful that it is so much more than what you see, that there are ideas and thoughts that go beneath it. And that is really what has hit me, is that each piece of art is so much more than what you see. And having the artists here to be able to explain that to us is really a meaningful experience, and they can tell us what it means to them.